Best practices for integrating a full Netway filling line using a Netway filler, we find, is to treat the filler as the center of the line and then size the rest of the equipment accordingly. So you want your filling point to be the bottleneck for your line. And then you make sure that everything else integrated upstream, downstream of the filler, whether it be fully automatic or semi-automatic equipment, has headroom and space to grow as your production volumes increase. So we work to size the filler accordingly. There are a few size options, whether it be a 2-head or a 4-head Netway filling machine. Based on your volumes and rate, we'll size the filler and then go from there. The next questions then are based on your current production volume, which processes beyond the filling point are going to be fully automatic versus semi-automatic. So in our experiences for mid-range manufacturers or those just taking the first steps to automation from semi-automatic filling processes, typically you're feeding bottles manually into the filler, but of course we can integrate a bottle unscrambler with orientation into the filler. And then next, common to automatically cap bottles, but we have a lot of customers who aren't ready to take that step and will still be manually applying and tightening caps and manually induction sealing. Next in line for the labeler, we find typically that is another one that's easy to justify full automation early in your growth because it can be a real pain to hand apply labels on F-style jugs, especially if you're doing it front and the back. As you identify your points of automation versus semi-automation, then we work to integrate the full line so that each piece along the line talks to the piece preceding it and basically gives you line interlocks. So a common practice there would be for us to provide dry contacts and controls enclosures so that we can use downstream backup photo eyes and shut down portions of the line should you back up at any point. The other things we can do to integrate a line is reduce the points where any sort of human interference or labor is necessary. So a lot of times that's various product inspection points. We can do high cap, no cap detection on a capper with inline reject. We can do label placement and application verification, and again with a reject. We can do check weighing to make sure that the Netway filler is functioning as intended, and then we can give feedback to the filler from a check weigher to adjust bottle fill targets on the fly. All of these things we design with the intention that you may grow into those needs in the future. So many times, our equipment is built modular so that you can come back later and add to it as your production needs grow and as you look to reduce even more labor costs along your line.